Welcome everyone to Saturday Night Hype, as we have got 2 more matches as we trudge closer and closer to our huge anniversary WrestleBration 12, February 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I am the Sentinel, and we kick things off tonight with Frozone versus Agent 47. Our main event a little bit later tonight is going to be Simon Belmont versus Nathan Von Schrader in a #1 contenders match for Ken Masters Exceeds title at aforementioned WrestleBration. Here comes Frozone. And Frozone has not been doing a particular ton since his return to Colonial Impact Wrestling. He's been in several battle royals, came in his most notable achievement, if you want to call it that, of late, was making it in the final 2 of the Stand on Business Best in the Business Battle Royal back in August. But he has really floundered a little bit in the return to CIW, had not gone as he had hoped as far as getting more recognition and more airtime is concerned and winning more matches. And in a similar vein, here comes Agent 47. Although the gripe that Agent 47 has to make is a little bit different, because when Riddick lost to Majin Buu at the GW Climax back in May, ever since then, Riddick went completely AWOL. We have not seen Riddick at all since May. It's been, and we've heard nothing. We've had no communications, no tweets, no texts, no calls, no AOL instant messages, no pigeons with, carrier pigeons with little notes wrapped around their ankles, no owls, nothing. And so Agent 47 has been trying to find his way without Riddick for the first time in a while, as he and Evie Hammond have tried to hold the fort of the Shades of Black, but it has amounted not to a whole lot for Agent 47. A couple wins here and there, but nothing of consequence. And perhaps here tonight, he could kick off 2026 with some momentum and a victory. Either of these 2 men could use this win. Here we go. And immediately both men leaving the ring and taking a minute to, I guess, analyze their opponent. But I don't think either expected that they'd both take a powder to start things off here. As we thank referee, I think it's referee Luke Goss is here tonight to take care of the officiating. We appreciate him. As these 2 still staring each other down, neither making the first move yet. As we've got an incredible time coming at the WrestleBration. We have a 3-match card next week for Saturday Night Hype, and then the week following, the 31st of January, we have a brand new match concept that I will tease the name of it, but you will hear more about next week. But it is a new match concept called the Battalion Brawl, as we are going to bring you all of the details of what that encompasses. 10 brand new fully contracted CIW talents making their debut on CIW in this brand new match concept. You're not going to want to miss it, but that's in a couple of weeks time. And then the WrestleBration, some confirmed matches already. Majin Buu versus Jack 7 is taking place at the WrestleBration. We've got another big time matchup that's been confirmed. Of course, Sephiroth versus Sagat for the world's title. We have now officially got a confirmation that the women's championship will be defended in a triple threat match. Lara Croft defends her belt against both Padme Amidala, the woman she beat for it, and Yuna in a triple threat match, and that's going to main event at day 1. And what a DDT by Agent 47, as both of these guys have been back and forth here in the feeling out process. And we are going to be seeing a lot of major action there. We also have another confirmed match. We just confirmed today, Batman versus the Joker. That we just got confirmation of that, as DC has imploded during the entirety of 2025. And now the current iteration of Joker, Penguin, and Mario all trying to get a little bit going on here against the Justice League in Aquaman and Batman. And then we found out they also have an ally in Pepsi Man. And we'll see Pepsi Man versus the Penguin next week. And what a belly-to-belly by Frozone. Both of these guys searching for a big win here at the biggest time of CIW's calendar year. And neither have been able to elicit a definitive advantage here. Nice over-the-top suplex, take a drink, or a scoop of ice cream. as we are having a wonderful, wonderful series of events, of course. And oh, what a power bomb into a face buster! An incredibly innovative offense there by Agent 47, the Hitman. The master of the silencer, Frozone with the whip, flap, slap, and dap. Also known as a gory special, but that's a, or the gory bomb, that is. But we will perhaps see that tonight from Frozone. He has, and both of these guys are actually more known for their tag team success. Frozone, formerly a CAW tag champion with Mr. Incredible, who we have not seen in CAW for a very long time after an altercation. Oh, and springboard and caught him with the leg, and down goes Agent 47. As CIW doesn't necessarily have the best hit rate when it comes to springboard maneuvers, but did knock Agent 47 down there. As I think Agent 47 thought that he was close enough to the ring to be able to duck it, but not the case. But Agent 47, who's got more of a power game and is putting it on demonstration right now. Oh no, oh no, fall away slam to the outside. And down goes Frozone. And he has got to be hurting here as Agent 47, the master of the silencer, we have seen that, and as he went through several battles with John Wick and Neo, as Neo, the former Shade of Black, now part of the Keanu Connection. We'll see them face the other Ranger, the Keanu Connection, that is. We'll be facing the other Rangers next week on Saturday Night Hype. And another confirmed match for the WrestleBration in the same vein as Batman versus the Joker. Oh, what a power slam! And now up to the top by 47. 47 elbow drop connecting. And a series of high-impact offensive maneuvers here by 47. And now taking a moment to just recuperate his stamina, and I don't blame him there, as Frozone has been almost outsped here in this matchup. But let's see how further it goes, and a nice body slam to recapture the momentum. Wrestling is in large part a momentum game. As I was starting to say, in the same vein as Batman, oh, silencer! I guess I'm not gonna get to say it. Silencer! Down goes Frozone, and is that gonna be enough to put Frozone away? 1, 2, 3! And Agent 47 takes control and gets a firm and decisive victory over Frozone here to start off Saturday Night Hype. An incredible effort, and Frozone gave it his all. But Agent 47 able to win over the day, as the Shade of Black, the one Shade of Black, on his own here, the Hitman, making it as precise as he can, taking his opponent out, and that is what you want. As you kick off this year, congratulations to Agent 47, a definitive win in the absence of Riddick, and one that he has needed for some time. But now we move on to our main event of the evening, to determine a #1 contender for the Exceeds title, Nathan Von Schrader versus Simon Belmont. Now, the history between these two is vast. It started back at the King of the Spring tournament back in 2023, when Sagat assisted both Nathan Von Schrader and Simon Belmont in that tournament and formed the Forgotten Fighters. These two were partners for a long time until the end of 2023, when Simon Belmont broke free of the Forgotten Fighters and decided to take care of Sagat after Sagat lost the match to Ken Masters. As here comes Nathan Von Schrader, and both of these guys were wronged by the Forgotten Fighters because Simon Belmont chose to break free, become his own man, and had a few fights with Nathan Von Schrader, including as the Forgotten Fighters iteration that we have now was starting to take shape, screwing over Simon Belmont in matches against Von Schrader in the GW Climax tournament we had this previous year, as then Simon Belmont then got drugged out of the Forgotten Fighters as they were forming, and Jack 7 would end up becoming a part of that faction instead. So both of these men wronged. Nathan Von Schrader took a long time off of CIW, went to rehab, got himself cleaned up a bit, and has started to fight the Forgotten Fighters, as has this man who has been leading a crusade for 2 years to take the Forgotten Fighters down, as they hold all the power, as they have held all the power. The only thing they don't have now are the tag belts that Luigi and Waluigi won finally. But Simon Belmont here and Nathan Von Schrader, they are friends. And Simon Belmont did come to the aid of Von Schrader back in the autumn time, but that doesn't mean that they don't still have some issues to work out. And they figured what better way to get those issues out than for a #1 contenders match to face Ken Masters, the man who screwed over both of these men in the Forgotten Fighters himself, the Exceeds champion who has never been able to get it done in a one-on-one capacity. We have seen it happen so frequently, but this man has had all the momentum on his side, but I'm sure that he is not 100% going into this match. We are only 3 weeks removed, really 2.5 weeks removed from the Hell in a Cell match that this man had with Sagat, that Sagat ended up winning for the CIW Heavyweight Championship to retain it, as Belmont insisted he was going to compete regardless, because that's how much taking the Forgotten Fighters down means to Simon Belmont. We never thought it would get this far with the Forgotten Fighters, and Simon Belmont will not stop in his crusade to take them down, and I applaud it. And oh no, come on, don't tell me he's here. And here comes an interested observer, I guess you can call it, as here Ken Masters, the Exceeds champion, didn't bring the belt with him, but I guess he's gonna come here and have a front row seat. And I wonder if he paid VIP ticketing prices, because according to the pricing catalog now that Pegasus and Corleone are in the middle of debating, it could be premier. But this is a good time to mention that starting next week, we are putting in the edict that significant fines will be in play, and you may or may not be fired, depending on how we feel about it, if you are part of a registered faction and interfere in anyone else's matches. We did this to Reign in DC last year, and we're going to do it to ensure that the Forgotten Fighters are not able to help each other this year. And Ken Masters, I don't like that he's out here, because he's just going to cause trouble, but he does, in his defense fairly, have a vested interest in the outcome of this match, but I don't like how close he's getting. Here we go. And folks, remember Corleone's rules in CIW are that if you leave the ring and somebody's outside the ring, it is legal for them to attack. They just can't get in the ring for attacks or hit you with a weapon. But hopefully this will just be down the middle and Ken Masters will just be skulking around like a vulture, but not actually striking any prey. But you can tell that both Von Schrader and Simon Belmont are a little distracted here, and oh, what a job! As Ken Masters almost immediately went to attack Simon Belmont, and Belmont very quickly got back into the ring. But I almost feel, this is almost dangerous though for Ken Masters' sake, because what's to stop these two from just whipping Ken Masters' ass? They both have a claim against him, but but at the same time, we do need a victor here. We need somebody to face Ken Masters for the Exceeds title at the WrestleBration, and oh, here we go. Here we go. Who do you think that Ken Masters would be in more favor for? Probably neither. He's probably gonna dick with both of these people, because that's what the Forgotten Fighters have done for the better part of 2 years, going on 3, now that we think about, oh, wait a second. Simon, a Razor's Edge buckle bomb by Nathan Von Schrader. And Ken, come on. Hanging up Luke Goss, and folks, the only way you can make sure that all of Luke Goss's medical bills are paid for is to like, is to share, is to subscribe, is to comment, is to hit that bell button, switch it to all, so every time we post, you'll know to hashtag save a referee today. As Ken Masters is posing, we've got a leg attack, take a drink, or a scoop of ice cream. And this is already degenerated. This whole Ken, he's already fucked with people, and it just makes me uneasy. And as if on cue, once again tripping up Simon Belmont this time. And oh God, he's just going down the line. He's just going down the line, and he couldn't get Nathan Von Schrader. But this is for the #1 contendership for the Exceeds Championship at the WrestleBration. On February 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I'm being told through my headset that it's going to be main eventing day 2, if that is the case, as now Simon Belmont is now going in. Oh, what a toss! as you would imagine that the strength and as you know and immediately a bulldog from Ken, not a millisecond after Simon Belmont leaves the ring, Ken Masters is right there to attack. And this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good at all, as Ken is now going after both these guys, at least so it seems. And went to counter there, and Ken's accuracy is not great. And a Russian leg sweep onto Belmont. And oh god, the referees counts up to 5. As we used to have significant fines for countouts. And Ken, get out of the ring! Ken! God fucking damn it! This man drives me insane. This man used to have a soul. This man used to have a conscience that he acted on. He always acted upon the dictates of his conscience, and now he's just a dick who tastes cons shit and a Hadouken. And right into the mush. And it's not like he needed to attack Luke Goss. There was no reason to attack Luke Goss, but he did it just because he wants to ruin this for both of them. And he's probably just insecure that either of these guys he's going to have to face in a one-on-one capacity, and a big boot to the face. But Ken, you can't run away from your problems. And you can't dick around with the #1 contenders match and run away from your problems. That's not how it's going to work. It's not like you're not going to face somebody. We'll figure something out. Yeah, go over there. Come sit in the corner. Come over here and have a seat. Take a seat, young masters. You are Ken Masters, but I do not grant you the rank of master, even though you are the Exceeds champion. And don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me for that. Come on, bro. Stop it. Get off my table. Get off the fucking table. Ken, stop it. And a nice toss there from Nathan Von Schrader that I'm trying to peer underneath Ken's legs. There's a lot of gap in between those legs, Ken. I'm just saying. But that's no surprise, and now, oh god, on a leg attack, take a drink, or just stop yelling on my table! God! This group is just the worst! Oh, Ken, this is not better! That's not better! You can't come off the top rope! Luke, you gotta rein that in, man! And now, now a nice takedown there, a double leg takedown by Nathan Von Schrader. Ken, get out, but you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get everybody disqualified. He's trying to screw this whole match up, and he's succeeding at it. Thunder thighs to the head by Simon Belmont. Ken, he's taking off all the turnbuckle pads. I miss when we had security. I miss when we could afford security, even though they were dying left and right. We always had to call Terry, but at least we had the idea that we had some. Power slam. Now that we've got like the local high school Rotary Club, this is like, you can't bring those guys in there to break this up. They're gonna get demolished. You know, and by the way, we do thank the local high school Rotary Club for providing entry-level security and watching all of the exits and all the action, because they got free tickets and some wonderful local pizza. And now, again, as Ken once again interfering, as, you know, there's only so much space. Ken, stop it! Stop it! Luke is down again! Oh, now Ken's getting a chair. Ken's getting a boy. I would love to have seen what these two in a one. I have yet to see Ken Master and Nathan Von Schrader and Simon Belmont have a one-on-one match with the two of them with no interference and no dickery at all. It has been 2 years and they faced each other like 4 times. Ken, stop it. Ken, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. And now both of them disqualified. Oh, here we go. And they have finally had enough. Good. Get fucked, Ken. As now, Luke Goss has gotten out of the way. Nathan Von Schrader and Simon Belmont now finally have had enough. The match is a double disqualification. As I don't know what's gonna come of the matchup here and what's to come of the WrestleBration. But oh, wait a second. It's Corleone. Hold up. Hello. Oh yeah, no, I hear you're pissed. Oh, I can hear you. Oh yeah. Oh, you know, I got you. Word. Okay, it's confirmed then. So be it. Yeah, no, I'll tell everybody right here, right now. No, I appreciate it, Mike. Yeah. What's that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I will. Yeah, no, I will. They're on your desk. Okay, yep, bye. Michael Corleone wanted to make sure that I told all of you, as Ken Masters has now bullied his way into a bad situation, that wait, speaking of Castlevania Crumbler, and down he goes. I have been told by Michael Corleone that he has made it official that at the WrestleBration, we will be getting a triple threat match for the Exceeds title. Ken, congratulations, you done played yourself. Ken Masters versus Simon Belmont versus Nathan Von Schrader at the WrestleBration. Ken, you wanted neither of them, and now you're getting both of them. I hope you're happy, bro. I hope you're happy, because you have just earned a one-way ticket to Pound Town at the hands of the former Forgotten Fighters in Simon Belmont and Nathan Von Schrader. And I have you. Good luck keeping that belt, is all I'm saying. You're gonna have to learn how to do some shit by yourself, my friend. For a change, you're gonna have to do something by yourself. As Belmont and Nathan Von Schrader have turned the tables on Ken Masters, your plan has backfired, Ken. Your plan has completely backfired. And what Michael Corleone was asking me to do is also to remind you that Maximilian Pegasus is a little bitch, and that he is going to whip his ass at the WrestleBration to banish Pegasus from CIW forever, as opposed to Pegasus winning and him getting airtime and leadership positioning in CIW. That's not going to happen, because the CEO of CIW, Michael Corleone, is going to take care of it. But now both these guys on our table, and a backbreaker. And I thought that was going to be a back suplex to break through that table, as Ken has fought his way off this announce table. And they've been right in front of us here. And now another good hip toss using all of that body strength. And oh God, Belmont is adamant. Oh God, he's going through this table. I'm getting out of the way here. Look out, what an impact. Oh God. And that is how you do it. Hold on. There we go. And the statement has been made by Simon Belmont and Nathan Von Schrader, as Ken Masters, he tried to ruin this Exceeds #1 contenders match, and we ended up with 2 #1 contenders. And you can't argue with that. The Forgotten Fighters are starting to slip up. They're getting nervous and they're starting to sweat. And you love to see it. But what will it mean for the WrestleBration? Thank you all for coming to Saturday Night Hype, and we will see you next week.